back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kitwana, and as you can see by the title below, today's video will be the second episode for the series Let's Talk About It. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. But remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. You can also turn on the post notification bell so you can be notified whenever I post a new video. You can follow me on Instagram at kit.wana, and my email address will be linked in the description box below. So the first topic that I want to talk about today is dealing with grief slash making reference to this particular phrase that I've heard way too many times. It's time to get over it, or you need to get over it now. It's been a long while. As it relates to this, there are 5 stages of grief. I'll list them on the screen. I feel like you should just allow yourself to go through each stage. Once you are even aware of what the 5 stages are, it makes the process, I won't say easier, but somewhat better, because you're somewhat cognizant that, okay, I'm expected to do this, or it's normal if I'm feeling this way. And as it relates to somebody telling you to just get over it, or it's been too long and you need to stop crying or anything like that, I think it's a very insensitive thing to say. I really hate hearing it. If you've lost somebody who was important to you, or a loved one, the pain doesn't just go away. People say it heals with time. It does in some cases, but be patient with yourself. Don't make nobody rush you. Don't feel like you have to conceal your emotions because somebody said, oh, it's time to get over it. Be patient with yourself. Don't wallow in your misery, or I'm not saying wallow in the sadness, but allow yourself to go through the 5 stages of grief. And this takes me to my second topic, as it relates to people telling you be strong whenever there's a death or you're grieving. Now, I know when people say be strong in a time of sadness or grief, or something tragic happened, I am assuming that they have good intentions by saying be strong. However, you can be causing more harm than good in some cases, and I'm gonna elaborate on that. So I lost my dad at a young age. I was like 13 years old, still in high school. I was in my second year of high school actually, and I remember vividly at his funeral, I was crying, bawl out my eye, and one of my aunts, she was trying to console me, but all I can remember is her telling me to be strong for mommy, because my mom was ill at that time. Be strong, and I've heard that since then, straight into adulthood. When I lost my grandma, I heard the same thing. When I lost my mom, I heard the same thing. And I'm saying all of this to say, what it did not help me to be strong. What it did, it caused me to extremely conceal my emotion, extremely conceal all the hurt, the normal emotions that you tend to feel whenever you lose somebody. And I think it brought me to a place of numbness, and I had to do some amount of become self-aware to some extent, to realize that, hey, this is not it, and try to snap out of it. Of course, it was not easy, because as I'm saying, it's been something that I've been hearing for years and years and years, so it wouldn't take a day or two. But with work, I've gotten out of the numb stage, and yeah, I feel like it taught me from a younger age, that little phrase, be strong, when I should be allowed to freely express my emotions, to freely mourn. I saw crying as a reflection of weakness, and that's so far from the truth. It's no, wrong, not true. So because I made that association with it, if I felt sad, me not even know how me do it or did it, but I'll be like, yo, me not cry. Man a tugs, me not. And now, like, I can be so frustrated and I just cry. Thank God I come out of that stage. But you can force somebody mentally by perennially saying, yo, be strong, be strong, be strong, as opposed to allowing them to express their hurt, their pain, how they're feeling in a time of loss, as opposed to actually helping. So I know my aunt had good intentions, but it really did some amount of damages. So the other topic that I want to talk about is forgiveness. And it's not even forgiving people that hurt you. It's not forgiving others. We hear about that a lot. You scroll on social media, it's there. You go to church, it's there. People tell you, forgive people who have wronged you. It's not for them, it's for you, and that's so true. But what I tend to realize is you don't hear a lot of people telling you, forgive yourself. We have all done things that, I don't want to say regret because there's a lesson in everything, but I think we need to allow ourselves to bask in the goodness of grace that God gives us. So same like how we can pray on it and work to forgive others, we really should embrace and apply some amount of grace to ourselves. Once we have asked for forgiveness, apply the same grace to yourself, move on, but don't continually kick yourself while you're down. Don't continually beat up yourself for whatever situation it was. So for the fourth topic, it's making yourself small to cushion the egos or the self-esteem or the feelings of others. I feel like that's absolute rubbish, and if you have people around you that you realize you have to shrink yourself or water down yourself and your potential in order not to step on their toes, or let them feel like you're bragging when really that's not the case in a lot of situations. Yeah, that's, I don't know. That not sit right with me. I think you probably need to get new people around you, or if you can't get new people around you, limit what you expose to others. Don't share your success. I don't know, but that's crazy. Don't water down yourself. I mean, it's 2022. No growth, like, no. I don't know how to put it. Like, don't hinder your growth as a person or in any particular aspect of life just because you want to tiptoe through life. You don't want make nobody feel like you're brag. You don't want make nobody feel less than because they're not doing what you're doing, or somebody has become complacent with their life and stagnant, so you making progress. That's not your job. The other topic is realizing that everybody has a sad story. Will you sink or will you swim? No, I'm not saying this to be insensitive or anything like that, but everybody has a sad story. Everybody has roadblocks or obstacles that they have encountered in this journey of life. You have one of two options. Will you allow what you have been through to just stop you right there, or prevent you or hinder you from acquiring what it is that you want, or use it as an excuse for why you don't have what you want or why you're not at a certain place in life? Or will you use it as some form of motivation to say, hey, this happened, I have to keep going, like I have to keep going. It can either, the things that we experience in life can either be a setback for us or it can propel us into success. It's really what we decide that we're gonna do from the situation. Again, don't roll over and just be like, okay, I don't have this, or I'm here because of that sad story or Everybody have a story. So don't be envious of others when they use their same sad story to propel them into success when you could have done the same, but you just decided to feel sorry for yourself probably and just be like, okay, this is it. So really, there's always a choice. So will you sink or will you swim? The other topic is realizing that you cannot change people. People change if they want to. Now, even as persons in the behavioral sciences, whether you're a counselor, therapist, psychologist, even them people there will go to school to study cognition, the mind, how the brain works, psychology and all of that, they cannot entirely change somebody unless that person is interested. I always tell people counseling or therapy only works if you are interested. So if it is that you're forced to go to counseling, like forced in the sense that it's a court order or something like that, you can leave the same. Well, you can go in and come out the same because there may be some form of mind block or roadblock, mind block towards the whole counseling process. So they may hinder themselves from being receptive to the techniques or whatever help is being given. It's pretty much the same situation with life. You can't see somebody and decide that, all right, I'm gonna work with them, I'm gonna change them, unless they are interested in making some form of adjustment or alterations in their life. And if you see an issue with somebody and you decide that, okay, I'm gonna just go and work with them and change them because you know you can do it. If that person don't see that issue in their own lives as an issue, then I don't know, but I don't see how that's possible. Like, no, people change if they want to change. Now the other topic will be realizing that not because you asked God for something, you've been praying day and night, fasting, praying for something in particular, you've been asking God for something, that don't mean that it's a guarantee that you're gonna get it. At the end of the day, it's His will that will be done, and it's on the same note that I do not believe in accidents or mistakes sometimes, because really the great God, no, it's really an accident or a mistake for us and based on our perception and things we would have hoped for, but really it's His will that we should hope and pray for that will prevail. And I think it's really His will. It's His will that will prevail. So not because you ask for it, not because you're praying for it day and night, that don't mean it must come to pass. His will may not be in alignment with our own desires. I want to talk about the importance of being self-aware as well. So with self-awareness comes with preventing a lot of issues. Saying this to say that you become more cognizant that, okay, I am this way, so I know that when I act in a particular manner, it's this issue that I have coming to the forefront. Or I know that, for example, if you're impulsive, say impulsive because you're self-aware to some level, or so you know that you're impulsive. It can allow you to make whatever adjustments you need in life, so you can have the necessary preparations to safeguard yourself really from this trait that you have. And I'm not saying to just realize that, okay, you're impulsive and you just do this full stop, but try to work at it. And the more self-aware you are, the more you realize how the words and actions of others may affect you. The more self-aware you are, you realize how your words and your actions may affect others. So I also want to talk about realizing that not because somebody helped you before means that you owe them your life. No, sometimes people may help us, and because of that, as them say fair, we're ready. Them say jump, we say how high, because we remember that, hey, them did help we, so. And I'm not saying be ungrateful, definitely not saying that, But at the end of the day, if it is that you're going to people please constantly and constantly jeopardize like your own task or things that you have to do just because you're saying, okay, them did help me, so if me not do this, then them have a premium or anything like that. One, it could be indicating that you have some people pleasing tendencies, and two, if it is that somebody allows you to feel a particular way because you're not able to always come through for them, even though they had helped you before in the past, it could indicate as well that their intentions were not 100% pure. They were not genuinely helping. Sometimes people help just because they know that they can have a one-up on you or can have something to hang over your head. They say, alright, I did help Tom, so if I ask Tom to go run and shop for me, he must always go because I can remind him, say, remember say I made it give you the $50 when you never have nothing, right? Yeah, no, that's not nice. You're not own about your life. Be grateful, help when you can, but don't break your back like always. While we're talking about people pleasing, I also want to talk about realizing that it's okay for everybody not to know your side of a story, and it's also okay to not be liked by everybody. So for one, you won't ever be liked by everybody. Sometimes people even pretend they like you and they really don't. So yeah, you won't ever be everybody's cup of tea. But once you are contented within yourself, once you know who you are and you're at peace and you're fine with who you are as a person, it makes the process really less hassling, I would say, probably. Yeah, so it's like you're saying, alright, me know me like me love me, so if you don't like me, that's fine. Not everybody will like you. Your people will always find you. I really believe in that. You don't have to do too much. You don't have to try to get them to like you. The right people will gravitate. And for the final topic that I'm going to talk about today is, well, it's more so about a group of people who tend to discourage every single thing you want to do or everything you're passionate about or every idea you run by them. To be quite frank, I feel like some people just bitter and misery loves company. So sometimes them know that themselves, so whatever you say, I like it's a busting idea. It's a good idea. But because they see the potential within an idea or within you as a person, they may want to discourage you. And I'm not saying people should be a yes man or your friends or whoever you talk to should be a yes man. That's definitely not what I'm saying. But if you have people or a particular person and every time you tell them something that you're passionate about, them have to shut it down, them never can at least say, alright, I wouldn't do it because of XYZ, but if you think it can work for you, then go for it. Like every single thing they want shut down, something not right this one. Something is not right. Not every single thing, so no. So you definitely want to be aware of those people. Keep an eye out because nah. So this is the end of episode 2 for Let's Talk About It. Episode 3 will be coming after. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for staying throughout the video. If you stayed throughout the video, please remember once again to subscribe. Tell your auntie, your uncle, your nephew, your niece. Tell somebody to subscribe. Tell them to come over here. It's a vibe in Kitwana's Korner. You can follow me on Instagram, like I said before, kit.wana. Thank you for the love and support, and I'll see you in the next video.